You're listening to Liberty Lampoon with Aaron and Michael. Welcome to Liberty Lampoon, where we lambaste politicians, public figures, policy, and police, actually, all from a libertarian perspective. Coming up, Michael interviews not Al Sharpton. We discuss the debates, and our grand phallus of the week is the SJW and Alt Right crowd. But first, we're talking about Tulsa Police Department killing Terrence Crutcher. Michael?
Yes, totally. I was about to go, woo, Liberty Lampoon. And you're like, but first up, we're talking about Tulsa police killing Terrence Crutcher. And then I was like, oh, I can't come in with the woo, because then that makes me look like a heartless bastard.
Actually, we're not even really going to talk about we'll explain what happened, but what we're really going to talk about is the stupidity.
The bootlickers?
Well, not just the bootlickers either, though, because I've seen some other people that I find equally distasteful on the other side. So I think we're going to talk about all of it. You know what I mean?
The neo-Nazi law enforcement, or
yeah,
is that a little harsh?
Yeah, that's a little. I mean, I don't really prefer getting shot after recording a podcast, but if you want that to happen, I guess it could. So, anyways,
well, if it's not the Tulsa police, it's going to be Hillary Clinton's man or Al Sharpton, one of the three. So,
oh God, man. I'm still really nervous.
Not Al Sharpton, but
I'm so worried about Al Sharpton coming up. But anyways, Tulsa shooting of Terrence Crutcher by Betty Shelby. It was a female police officer, and I don't really know what that means for the SJW crowd out there. Who do you side with?
Well, it just goes to show that our police force, while they may be racist, they are not sexist.
No, absolutely not, dude. They are super inclusive. She gets paid $1 to $1. There's no, there is no income disparity there. So $1 for $1.
Tulsa Police Department giving white women an equal opportunity to shoot black men.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, dude. I was gonna say she has equal rights to dispatch of black people. Anyways, just saying.
That's sad. That is sad.
That's sad.
That is sad.
So the cop suckers, man, they are losing their minds. Pretty much if you go on any website or social media post, it's obey or die. That's what you see everywhere. Yeah. And for a troll, what I've been doing is I comment saying yeah, when are people
Hitler?
No,
Hitler?
No, I say, yeah, when are people going to realize that this is an authoritarian country? You must obey or you will fucking die. We can kill you for not obeying. Yeah, 1984 was right. We learned a lot from 1984.
I saw some articles of at school events, students weren't going to allow anyone to protest the national anthem by sitting down. And I was like, well, that doesn't scream freedom by forcing people to stand. Here, this is my new feature. I'll give you one Liberty Bell ring.
What is that?
That's my Liberty Bell. It's
so whenever I said when I was sending you text message about coming prepared because I have aces up my sleeve, your ace was a fucking bell. That was your ace. That's awesome, actually. I kind of have a heart on. Anyways,
it's actually it actually is a little Liberty Bell that I got when I went to Independence Hall this summer.
Oh, well, never mind then. I thought you meant you declared it the Liberty Bell. I didn't think it was the actual.
Well, it is the Liberty Bell.
I know what you mean. I'm saying that it went from not statist to immediately statist in a split second.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get shot. What are you thinking?
Okay, so I have some social media posts to read since we are getting off topic already in the show. Our show is literally just Betty Shelby killed Terrence Crutcher. Oh, is that a bell? Oh, that's a cool bell. Wow, listen to that pretty
Let's
bell.
Just keep dragging this. Let's drag this thing out as long as possible.
Yeah,
we'll see how long we can go for.
Social media posts. I went on Facebook and I started pulling from the News on 6 here, and it's a local CBS affiliate here. I would go and look at the comments and see what people had said, and it was like literally just the most terrible shit you could ever imagine. So there's this one comment that said, "Can we be done now? I'm tired of hearing about the criminal that disobeyed orders and suffered the consequences." That was actually on the post talking about the funeral. So
oh no,
distasteful much. And all of these are from that. Okay, here's another one. "Wow, no wonder North Tulsa community has troubles. Honoring a thug drug dealer. Drugs killed him. No wonder their kids grow up wanting to be in gangs and sell drugs when your community honors a thug drug dealer. Great community standards."
Yeah, I remember the last time I did drugs. I wasn't worried about overdosing. I was worried about the gun shooting me. But
right, exactly.
No, that's a serious overdose problem.
Yeah, it's a big overdose problem. You smoke a little weed and suddenly you become a bullet magnet. So,
yep.
Liberty Bell. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have to rationalize this Liberty Bell so I don't overdo it. But
yeah, I think it's already been overdone. I'm starting to. My heart on went away. That's for damn sure.
Damn.
So, it's okay.
But,
we'll continue. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, no, I was just going to point out that it's ironic that like people are like, "Oh, he had drugs, so his death was justified." And they didn't know he had PCP in his car till after they fucking murdered him.
Right.
But,
right. That's what I keep saying is like and they point out, I always see people point out the criminal record of the guy who gets shot. Like they'd go and dig that up immediately. And they're like, "Oh, look at this history he had. Justified. He deserved to die." Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. And I'm like, well, but the police officer doesn't know that. You know what I mean? Like they have no idea. And, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and now that Shelby, she's been charged with first-degree manslaughter, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, now, granted, she still has to go to trial, but once this finishes, she'll have a record. So it'll be perfectly justifiable for a cop to shoot her next time she gets
according to the bootlickers, yes.
Yeah.
According to the bootlickers,
and so, and I mean, that just screams.
Get some Liberty up in here. Yeah. Get Liberty up in here now.
That is freedom. I mean, if that wasn't guaranteed in the Constitution, I don't know what was.
Yeah. I heard some other people saying that we need to reinstitute firing lines for these quote unquote thugs, which, I never really believed whenever
I wouldn't call Shelby a thug, but maybe.
Whoa. What is that? Hello? I think we got a caller on the line. Hi, Tina.
This call is for Michael.
Oh, Michael. I guess this call's for you.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
Oh, I don't like you.
Okay. That's weird.
Okay.
What's going on?
You.
Oh, damn. Jesus Christ. That was rude, Tina. That was really rude.
Well, she's lucky I'm not a cop or I'd shoot her. It'd be justified because she sounds like she has a record.
That was totally not supposed to happen there. So that totally cut into this like a whole nother segment. But okay. And I accidentally had them in a playlist and they just went automatically played. So anyways, the other side that I saw on the face beef was...
Thanks for Tina for calling in. So,
yeah, thank you, Tina. If you want to call in to Liberty Lampoon, fuck you can't.
That's your fucking liberty.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Sound Effects man. That's just what this show needs is more insane.
Greg is doing an awesome job in
Thank you, Greg.
Today.
Thank you.
Big shout out to him. All right,
thank you for just sending us to the phones randomly in the middle of an episode.
You fucking piece of shit. You're fired after this. You're fired. But don't shut us off yet. Don't shut us down. Let the State Department do that.
Tina, this sounds like a good call. I'm just going to put you on without announcing or telling the host at all.
Okay, keep going.
On the other side, I saw this one comment. She didn't know, talking about Shelby, the shooter. She didn't know about his rap sheet when she killed him. May he rest in peace. And hopefully she choke on her own spit and die slow. The thing is, though, if she gets convicted, conservatives have to agree with that message, don't they?
I would think so.
I would think so,
or maybe
too.
Maybe their actual racism might come out and be like, oh no, it only applies to black people. Or people of color.
Yeah, I sent a message to a friend with that thought. I was like, oh, well, now she's a criminal, so does that mean that police have a right to shoot her, at a traffic stop? And he was like, oh, no, she's a white woman. That would never happen.
Just hope she doesn't go into baking cakes, because then never mind.
What?
Nothing. Just let's move on.
Okay, so there was rumors of a violent protest that was supposed to happen on 169 and 71st Street, which in Tulsa, if you didn't know, we live in Tulsa.
That happened like 70 years ago.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Tulsa race riots, maybe?
Yeah,
but that wasn't at 71st.
Were you there, Aaron? Were you there? It could have been.
Yeah, and actually there's a lot of that history that's been buried, like on purpose, so.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there was this rumor going around. Everybody was talking about it on Facebook. I heard it, and I had texted people like, I heard from an inside source. There's going to be Molotov cocktails and bricks. And yeah, that was basically a lie. But I actually saw people saying stuff on Facebook, like assuming that it happened. People are like, I am so ashamed of Tulsa right now. Like on Facebook, like,
thanks, George Soros.
We need to get these thugs off of 169 and get them to stop blocking traffic. And I'm like, wait, guys, it didn't happen. Did you drive down 169? It's not happening. There's nobody in the road. But yeah, it was just funny to me. Anyways, yeah, the officer was charged with manslaughter, so I guess that puts it to rest, right? It's over, guys. That's it. That's all you need to know.
And it's gone. Thanks. Well, I did notice that, other than like if you listen to talk radio or podcast or something, they still kind of talk about it. But like once the North Carolina thing took off, no one gave a shit about Tulsa because it was peaceful and people aren't looting and burning because Tulsa actually kind of has their shit together.
Kind of.
Yeah, and I think that's partly due to Tulsa's history with race relations, and so Tulsa itself is, a little bit more sensitive to the subject, and the police stayed pretty on top of it, and were like, on the ball, trying to release stuff as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and maybe down the road it might look like they could have jumped the gun on a few things, but for the most part, I mean, it's better than North Carolina, where the police chief was like, well, we're not going to release the video just yet.
Yeah, he literally
people
said,
are like, we're burning down this town.
Well, no. He said, because he said complete transparency. Like, he wanted to have complete transparency. And then a freaking reporter was like, complete transparency? Then why don't you release the videos? He's like, well, I didn't say total transparency. I just said transparency, and he was like, I don't feel that there's any need, but I can tell you what's in the video.
Well, that's fair. He's just setting he's just following the standard of transparency that the Obama administration is following. So
right. He's being fair. According to the Obama administration and the Hillary Clinton administration, which is coming.
As long as they don't start droning citizens of North Carolina, then they're doing all right.
Okay, so making fun of the conservatives, to close this out, I saw a meme that I posted, and it said, how about instead of hiding in an attic, you stop breaking the law, Anne Frank? And it's a picture of Anne Frank. The original interlude that was supposed to be here was my angry rant after watching Josh Whedon's video, in which he has a whole bunch of celebrities telling you how to think and how to vote. I decided to remove that because it doesn't fit our show, and I just basically played some music and I improv'd over it. So here it is. You have an important decision to make this November. Let's face it, you can't think for yourself. You need people like Josh Whedon and all of his famous celebrities to tell you how to think. Or you can come to us. We offer the best in all sorts of medications that help you be more decisive. And when we say decisive, we mean decisive in the right direction. Make sure you're on Viagra Electoral Edition. Let's face it, women usually tell men not to think with their heads, if you know what I mean. But in this instance, you can't think with your head at all. Neither of them. Hillary, the most unattractive woman possible to run for president, and also the most distasteful possible candidate that has ever existed. In no way are we telling you to vote for Trump, and in no way are we telling you to vote for Gary Johnson or Joe Stein. We're telling you, please take Viagra Electoral Edition, and you will be satisfied by choosing Hillary Clinton. Let's face it, even Bill wouldn't choose that woman. But with Viagra Electoral Edition, you can do it with a clear conscience. Forget about all those humanitarian crises she created over in the Middle East. Just mark her name this November with the help of Viagra Electoral Edition. If you have an erection for longer than 4 hours after going to the polls, you may have voted for someone else.
Hey, welcome back to Liberty Lampoon. Aaron had to step out for a few moments. He had a family emergency that he needed to take care of, but he'll be fine. But in the meantime, Aaron and I were really honored and pleased. The Reverend Al Sharpton did come to Tulsa over the last week, and we had a chance to, Aaron was busy at work, but I had a chance to sit down with him and just ask him if he'd be willing to come on the show, and he graciously accepted. So we have him here now with us on the Liberty Lampoon. Let's give a warm welcome, Liberty welcome to Reverend Al Sharpton.
Hey there, guy. Hey, man. How's it doing? How's it going, Mitchell Connor? It's so good to be on with you, Mitchell Connor.
Thank you, Reverend. It's a pleasure to have you here.
I'm sorry in advance for how I sound. I have a condition called borderline racist white male doing a bad Al Sharpton impression.
Well,
so that's why my voice may sound slightly more like Bill Cosby. We're all the same, though, Mitchell. We're all the same.
Yeah, it's Michael. But yes, I totally understand. You've had plenty of speaking engagements while you've been here in Tulsa. You've just been really busy within the community.
Yes, Mitchell. Yes.
And we just really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. So we just wanted to, I just wanted to ask you a few questions. First off, why was it that you felt the need to come here to Tulsa?
Oh, that's easy, Mitchell. I'm here because I'm a reverend. I need to be here for the family of the victim. And because Soros sent me a big fat check. Got some busloads of protesters, too. And a truckload of Everclear bottles. Not sure what those are for. No lids, though. They got, like, rags hanging out of them. Kind of dangerous drive on these Oklahoma roads. What the hell's going on with these roads, Mitchell? What is going on with these roads? We
ask ourselves the same thing, Reverend. But so did you know the Crutcher family personally, or is this the first time you're meeting them?
I have never actually been to Tulsa, but I know every black person. I'm the king. You know this. I just come here to assist and remind the people that I sniff backs, and there's a failure with the Tulsa Police Department that needs to be taken care of. And I think that's why I'm here, maybe.
Okay, so then what what kind of things could you do, for either the Crutcher family personally
Let's play a
or
game,
for the city
Mitchell.
of-
Let's play a game. I want to play a game with you real quick. It's called Blueberry Cake. I'll ask you a question, and if you answer wrong, you're a racist, and game over. You want to play?
Well, will we still be able to continue the interview after, or?
I asked you a question. Do you want to play?
Yeah, let's play.
Incorrect. You are racist. You can never play with me. You can never play.
I apologize, Reverend.
You kind of look a little brown. Or you got some black in you?
Actually, no. I'm actually.
Would you
Hispanic.
like some? Oh. That's a little joke I like to tell.
Reverend, we're gonna have to edit that out. So, yeah, I don't know if you necessarily want that to air on our show, but
wait, what? Where am I?
This is Liberty Lampoon. Do you remember when we met the other night?
Yeah, Mitchell Carter. I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
It's great to be here in Atlanta. I love this place.
It's close enough.
I call that game Blueberry Cake because I get to have my cake and eat it too, and my favorite actress is Blue Barrymore.
Oh.
It's a little joke. Just lighten up. You know that I'm not good with names.
Yeah, okay. Well, then let me ask you, like, on a broader scale, Reverend, what do you think of President Obama and
this is
his
not
administration?
going well. This is not going well one bit. Everybody's got to bring up President Barack Obama because the black man, Al Sharpton, is on. You kidding me, Mitchell? You got a problem with the President Barack Obama? What's going on?
Well, Reverend, I mean, I'm trying to keep my personal views out of it, but I just wanted to get your opinion as to how you think the administration and the president are handling these police shootings across the country. I mean, Tulsa has been relatively peaceful, but some of the other larger cities across the country haven't been so peaceful, and I just wanted to get your take on what you thought of it.
We have defeated Jim Crow, but now we have to deal with his son, James Crow Jr. Esquire. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I mean by that?
I can't say that I do, Reverend. Could you
let me try another
expand
one.
further?
I'll try another one. George Bush giving tax cuts is like Jim Jones giving Kool-Aid. It tastes good, but it'll kill you.
So President Bush was wrong to give tax cuts, and so how do you feel the current administration has handled that?
What are we talking about here? You talking about Barack? I thought we weren't going to talk about Barack no more. I'm the black man in the room. Why does everybody want to talk about him? Look, we need to grab Tulsa Police Department and eat all of their control. And we need to fuel everyone else's afternoon with the cows of freedom. So let me tend to my flock.
Right, well, let me ask you one last question, Reverend. So you visited Tulsa and you received a fairly warm welcome. What would you say to the critics that are out there trying to discredit some of the points that you're trying to make about race relations in our country, about your problems with tax evasion and corporate corruption, taking large donations for various speaking engagements and whatnot? How do you feel at all if that undermines the message that you're trying to send?
I hear that you bring up some of the things in my past, and I think that you should have a seat, young man. This may be your show, but it isn't really your show. It belongs to us. And I believe in offing the pigs. Well, they got pigs out here. You ain't offend one of them. What I believe in, I do. Do what you believe in. Off the pigs. So I don't think it takes away from my message at all, if that's what you're asking, Michael.
Okay.
Mitchell?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought you dropped off the line whenever I got you thinking hard about my genius plans. I love being here in Tulsa. It's so great, Mitchell. I just wanted to say, too, it's important for everybody to remember who's in the black community. You know, we've had a black president for 8 years, and George Bush giving tax cuts is like Jim Jones giving Kool-Aid. It tastes good, but it'll kill you. Did I say that already? Oh, God damn it. I said that already.
Yeah, I do believe you said it. Now, let me get your last question here for you, Reverend. What is your current take on the current presidential elections as they are with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump being the two major party candidates, but also with Gary Johnson and Jill Stein?
Well, hold on a second. Let's be clear here. Whenever slavery ended, we were promised that we'd get 40 acres and a donkey. Well, we ain't got no 40 acres, but we got a donkey, and we're riding that bitch to the end of time. You know what I'm saying? Democrat till the day I die. Don't matter what they do. Don't matter how many brown people they kill overseas. Don't matter how many brown people they kill up in my hood. I'm always going to support the Clintons. Don't matter how many bodies she got piled up behind her neither. You know.
Even with the rigging of elections and the hacking of the DNC that show they really do marginalize the minorities
hacking?
within.
I don't know what that means. Please explain to me what hacking is.
Oh, so like they have information on a computer.
What's a computer? Excuse me, Mitchell.
Yes, Reverend.
What? I don't know what that is. This is a trick question. This interview's over. I'm out of here. Thank you.
Well, I guess the well, I don't know what to do. The Reverend just walked out. Oh, luckily Aaron just walked back in.
Oh, hey, man. How did your interview with Al go?
Well, I mean, you literally just passed him. He just stormed out. I don't know.
No. I don't know if you know this, but Al flies on a magic pillow. It's a pillow. So he just magically disappeared. So
I thought he was just walking as smooth as he talks.
But you think it went well though, right? It went well. You think he'll be back or
I think we could probably kiss those hopes and dreams goodbye.
Oh, damn it. Well, we can always get Bill Cosby. And now, a Liberty Lampoon special report. Hillary Clinton is sick. Most everyone has seen the video of her near collapse at the 9/11 memorial. Some say it's Parkinson's, some say it's AIDS, and more yet believe she's been replaced by a robot piloted by our reptilian overlords. But her campaign maintains that it's just pneumonia. What effect could this have on an already volatile campaign just before the debates? Well, this week we took to the streets to find out what the common man has to say about it in this Liberty Lampoon special report. Avid political follower and Walmart cashier Derek Sutherland is an Iowa native. Living in a swing state means his vote means a little more than the dog shit our votes represent. Derek has spent countless hours analyzing video of Hillary's campaign stops and her near collapse at the 9/11 memorial service.
I ain't got nothing better to do, you know. It's either this or the bar, you know.
In his research, Derek has made a discovery that he claims changes everything.
It's right at this point when she's getting in the van.
And this is the 9/11 memorial video?
Yeah, just watch her foot. And boom, you see that?
Interesting. So what am I watching here?
You can clearly see her shoe fall off, and there's her bare foot. Now, if we take that still of her bare foot and compare it with the Donald Trump barefoot in this photo...
Oh my God. It's an exact match.
Exactly.
So what does this mean?
Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are the same person.
Well, what do we do with this information?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Enlighten me.
We have successfully proven that a vote for Hillary is a vote for Donald, and vice versa.
So then, I guess you're alleging that people should refrain from voting this season?
No! You don't vote, you can't complain.
You heard it here first, folks. If you don't vote this election, magical authoritarian wizards will seal your mouth shut, preventing you from uttering discontent with a system that you refuse to participate in, but still oppresses you daily. Our grand phallus of the week is SJWs and the Alt Right.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, we get it. That's the second time we've heard this. So,
Oh,
what?
is it?
Is it? I don't know. I think I deleted that. Did I?
Are you censoring us, Aaron?
Am I? Am I the
Are
one
you-
censoring us? Let's find out. Hey, am I the one who's censoring the podcast?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Aaron,
Michael.
You're censoring the goddamn podcast.
Oh, it's Mike. Okay, it's the board operator. He just said that it was actually me. So let's move
Weird.
on. Let's move
Thanks,
on.
Greg.
Nobody knows what
Thanks.
we're talking about.
Thanks, Greg.
Greg, I thought it was Rick.
No, Rick was the last one.
Oh, we fired him. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that because he allowed you to ring that bell. I forgot about that.
No. Okay, never mind.
I did it in
Greg.
between segments. I guess you didn't hear me firing him.
Greg, thanks. You're doing great.
Oh, Greg. Hey, thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Good job, buddy. We appreciate your hard work.
Hey, thanks, Aaron.
But don't let Michael ring that bell, though. If you let him ring that bell, we got problems. So.
Just record the fucking podcast, Aaron.
Dang, Greg, calling it out. Dude,
Yeah, you're fired, you fuckhead. That's the way that it works. Sorry. And you're not getting your paycheck.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, we were paying him in pot, so I don't know. I don't really know why it's that big of a deal. We don't have pot. Please don't raid our homes. Anyways, SJWs, alt-right. So what we really want to talk about is that they're basically the same movement, right, Michael? Would you agree with that?
I mean, they're two sides to the same coin, as a lot of topics that we've discussed here on Liberty Lampoon in the past have been. I think that the alt-right is a response to SJWs and vice versa.
Now, okay, so I have a question for you. What if they push it too far? You know, like that's something that I hear a lot of people talking about where it's like, you know, the right pushes back. Look, we've established in other media and stuff like that we kind of align with this other theory that both parties work together.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the actual like politicians and public figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
they're
that
all
scenario.
working to the
same goal. But what I'm talking about with SJWs and alt-right is clear there's no real politicians that fit into those categories, I would say. Like, not that much, you know?
Yeah.
They kind of...
They're undefinable groups of people that are actually out there, but you don't know they're out there till, you know, a certain scenario arises.
Right. Like you say a trigger word for one of them because they both have those, you know?
Yeah.
So, and actually their names are trigger words for each other. You know what I mean? So you say SJW to an alt-right guy and he's going to start talking about Hail Hitler and shit. And you say alt-right to an SJW and they're going to start saying Hail Mao or something, Chairman Mao. I don't know. You choose. But I don't know. What I was saying was I think that like as far as this is concerned, it is more like the pendulum as far as the public goes. So like if you have a hardline right movement pop up, you know, white nationalist movement or an alt-right movement, which is a little bit different than white nationalism, but it pushes things in their sphere to the right as hard as they can. They might gain traction in certain outlets and things like that. And then when you get the SJWs, they push things as far to the left as they possibly can. And, you know, they might be able to get a little bit more media. But I think that most of the populace finds them pretty much unpleasing, you know. And so they're both of them are pushing as far as they can to the right and left, right?
Mm-hmm. So like I'd say like under President Obama, the pendulum has swung pretty far left, and if you talk to
as far as the public, we're talking about in the realm of the public. So.
Yeah, and so like the nation started to swing pretty hard to the left, or the left became like the dominant voice and the dominant cry, and all this, however you want to describe it. And so now with the rise of Donald Trump and the alt right now, it's kind of swinging back to the right, and it's swinging hard, and but
now in my opinion. I'm of the opinion that even if you get like a Hillary presidency, it's still like kind of swinging back to the right. Like that's just my opinion. Because she has a lot of right-wing policies, really.
Yeah, she's actually the best Democrat and the best Republican in one body. So it just depends on her audience. Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of like what I said about John Kasich last week, Yeah. She took all the good things or all of the bad things from the right and all the bad things from the left and put them into one little box. It's like she's took all the fascism, all the communism, and then just put it in one big box and sucked its dick. That's what happened. So.
She's just an ass dressed in drag. That's all she is.
Not really in drag because she is actually wearing men's clothing. So if you're a man wearing men's clothing, you're just a man. So.
That's true.
Is that offensive? If you're an SJW, please comment on this. We would like to know what you think about all of our stuff today. Please ignore me basically doing blackface on the radio.
Or if you're alt-right, let us know how much you love Trump. Maybe throw in a Hell Hitler or two.
Yeah.
And call it good. And
if we offend
lick the boots of cops killing people, and SJWs, make martyrs out of,
Yeah,
other
the
people.
alt-right can tell me that Hitler wasn't as bad as we think he is all they want, but he's still a real piece of shit, Like, I'm never going to yield to him being a real piece of shit. So it's ridiculous to me that people actually, there's people in the alt-right who want to believe that Hitler was all right, Oh, he wasn't given a fair shake by America. Really?
He was alt-right.
Hitler?
Yeah, he was alt-right.
Oh, I got it now. You made a little joke. That's cute, Michael.
Thank you.
Anyway, so we're just saying that the alt-right and the Hey, Greg. Yeah, I was joking about you being fired earlier, but you're fired. You're definitely fired now. So, pack your things, get the fuck out.
Oh,
Alan, you're on deck. You're next. Come on, Alan. What's going on?
You're a fucking dickhead. It's not my fault. Michael's go.
Alan, you sound just like Greg. That's weird. What happened?
No, that was Greg. And
God damn it.
Aaron, I don't know this button.
Alan, just keep, don't press anything, okay? I'll handle it. I got it over here, okay?
There's this really red button. It's blinking.
Yeah, that's
he's gonna ruin something, Aaron.
Yeah, I know, but Greg's fired. So, hey, Greg, get out of here. What are you doing standing in the corner with that bucket on your head?
I'm waiting to fucking.
Oh, I knew it. He's all right. He's all right. Greg, get the fuck out of the building. Security, get him out of here. Greg, you're definitely banned from the building. We'll file a protective order. Oh, we can't do that because we're not statists. Hard.
Dang.
So now that we're done with that stupid skit that didn't have anything to do with SJWs or the alt-right, I think we've kind of summed up what we think. We think that the SJWs and the alt-right are two sides of the same coin. Really. They're working towards the goal of essentially splitting the American people as far as they can. You know what I mean? Like, they may not realize that they're being played against each other, but they totally are. Politicians eat this crap up.
And I think the media perpetuates it as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because if you look at CNN and Fox, I mean, they're reporting the same story, but they're doing it from different angles.
Right.
Like, one, I would say, supports the alt-right. The other one supports SJWs. But
Like, we do think that they're equally as bad, though, right? I mean, like, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, well, I think they are bad because it's like you're giving such small groups of people like huge voices, and a lot
like
of
a huge amount of
publicity
a huge amount of credence, even though they don't speak for pretty much all of the population.
Yeah, or even a majority of it. They may
that's what I
take
mean.
like they may take SJWs, for example. They'll take this police brutality thing and they play it up and spin it way out of proportion. Not out of proportion. They put a spin on it, making saints out of people who
if an individual that didn't have a badge was in the same situation, that person could have shot, right? You know, like, that's the way that I judge all these things, is that if a individual like me, if I was faced with the same situation and I could have shot the person, then the police is justified in shooting the person, right? But they demonize those people too.
Yeah, and then the alt-right does the exact opposite, where like these cops who, some of them, either overreacted or used, like Shelby, for example, why, they justify them murdering citizens for no real reason.
Yeah, like,
And
I saw a woman, like, probably, I'm guessing she's probably all right, but she was like on a post talking about how this is ridiculous. How come they're not talking about all the police who die every day? Hundreds of police officers die every day, which is completely false. She just made it up, And I looked up the numbers, and on Officer Down, which is an officer-friendly page, it turns out that 92 police officers have died in the line of duty this year. The majority of those was car accidents, right, in the line of duty. Whereas 708 citizens have been killed by police this year, and 63 citizens have been killed by terrorists this year. So, I'm just saying, like, there's no need, first of all, a lot of white people die by police. I don't think that it's necessarily a racial thing, right? I don't think that, I think that whenever SJWs immediately say that this is just the black community's problem, it's not. White people get shot by police officers too. The problem is an authority issue, but they are not willing to see that because they love government, right? And then with the alt-right, they love government too, and then they make the point that, like, all thugs should be killed, and the majority of those should be black people. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and then when you have like the state, like going back to our grand phallus last week, I think it was the war on drugs.
Yeah, the war on drugs. That's the biggest issue.
Yeah, you have the state demonizing, a whole group of people who. Some people would argue, and others against it, that the system kind of targets them.
Yeah, the system is inherently racist towards them. Like, the laws that are set up are inherently racist towards them. Yes, they were racist laws. That doesn't make all police officers racist, though. It just means that they're enforcing racist laws. That's my opinion on it. But
I would agree.
But what you're saying though about that is that I heard just today that the facts are that twice as many white people use drugs, right? They use drugs more frequently, but blacks are twice as likely to be targeted for using drugs, like by police officers, right?
Yeah, and we actually, and not to bring my education into this, but in my sociology class, we were discussing how for 1 gram of powder and 1 gram of rock of cocaine, it's different years, or the minimum. Shoot,
the minimum sentence is higher.
Yeah, and it all depends because who's more likely to use which version of the drug. And so
that seems pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But Anyway, so I feel like we kind of skirted around the whole topic, but, you got to hear us talking to our producers. So that's that, guys. That's that.
Yep.
SJWs and Alt Right. Guys, just calm down. Yeah, just calm down, guys. Like, seriously, calm down. This election season, we need God more than ever. Which God do you support? Clinton or Trump? Hi, it's me, Franklin Graham. I'm doing a 50-state tour telling people what they can do to ensure that the all-seeing eye of the state continues to enforce laws that Christians want. The moral compass of this country is shot. Which candidate promises that they will kill more brown people in foreign countries or stop gays from existing here? What candidate will put more drug users in cages? The answer becomes clear with a little bit of faith and a little bit of prayer, and of course, a hefty donation from your sheepish congregation. After all, thinking for yourself is dangerous. How was that, Satan? Did I pull it off? Oh, here we are in New York for the first debate. Good to be here, Michael. The candidates are really they really look good out there today, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Hillary's wearing a pantsuit and Donald's wearing a suit with a red tie.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird that Donald decided to have Monica Lewinsky sitting on the front row. That was a little weird.
But
would you say it was appropriate or maybe a little offensive?
No, I mean, it's good. I guess it's fine.
The topics this week, they included America's direction, achieving prosperity, and securing America. I kind of felt like they didn't really talk about any of that stuff, No, I
don't think so either.
There was definitely a clear winner, and it definitely was not the American people. That's all I can say. You know what I mean there, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it just goes to show that the American people are really the losers here.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite moment was of this debate tonight?
It is probably when Donald Trump, he paused for a second and looked at Hillary and pointed at her with his, kind of the way he points. And
yeah, I remember the moment you're talking about. That was funny.
Yeah, and he was like, "It's gonna be huge."
Yeah,
and
for real. I don't know where that came from, but it was almost guttural. This sense of, just I should trust this guy. That's what I got out of it, But
yeah,
it was great.
And
Here comes Mike Huckabee. Mike, hey, what's going on, Mike? Oh, well, thanks, Mike. I guess he didn't want to talk to us. It's great being here on the debate floor in New York. Great to be here. These politicians are pretty much just dickheads. But anyways, Clinton went on this long rant after being asked a question about securing the border. You remember that? That was crazy, right?
Yeah. Well, no, go ahead. To me, she just seemed like she kind of skirted around the answer and said she was pro for securing the border, but she's anti-wall. Just really trying to play the left and the right.
Yeah. I mean, because she said something about putting guns on the border, and then she used a term that I didn't understand, where it was we need to cut down all the fences. I was I don't really understand what she means, but I think if she meant we need to cut down the fences so it's easier to shoot the people as they come, maybe that makes sense. That's what she was trying to say, I guess.
Yeah, and
I mean, she seemed almost filled with ancient demon rage, though. She started speaking in tongues at one point, right before she fainted from her year-long pneumonia. So,
and why she had to wear those blue glasses on stage? I totally clashed with her pantsuit, but
right.
I don't know, but yeah. Well, when she started going off about tearing down the fences and everything, I was thinking maybe it just make it easier for her to drone people as they come across the border.
Yeah, She really got in depth with her drone policy, and I found it really kind of very interesting that she was willing to sort of, just unleash the drones here in America. That was very interesting that she said that as like a catchphrase several times.
Yeah, and when she went off on that like tirade, I was thinking, you know what, I might support Trump's idea of the wall more because less people are going to die.
Yeah, right.
But
it was a real catch-22 for the liberals out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more progressive people are going to have a really hard time, like, kind of deciding because, let's face it, Hillary Clinton is kind of like milk, but she has, a strong boot, and she's willing to take a stand like an ornament on your Christmas tree that she sublets to minorities. So I just thought...
Kind of like milk in the stomach of a person who's lactose intolerant is really what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of just saying that the discussion needs to be expedited to the flaming lake of debate, and I thought that's kind of what happened today. We just really saw a whole new side of these candidates,
I was surprised Donald actually took off his wig in the middle of the debate,
he finally admitted it. It was incredible.
That really did take some guts, but having Hillary call him out like that he's the candidate of the people supposedly.
Yeah. And then you're right. Whenever Hillary did call him out on his hair, and because she was saying that his hair was made in China, after all the nasty things he said about China, and he did actually pull off his wig just to show that it was actually made in America, and I thought that was very kind of humbling, And
then he went on about how Hillary supported NAFTA, and it made his wig like even incredibly more expensive to be made here in America, but he chose. Yeah, it was
It was just a very interesting situation.
Yeah,
they must have gotten their highest. Yeah, they must have gotten their highest ratings ever. I think you'll agree with me. The most shocking part of the night was really when, Trump, he really came out swinging, but he had a few slip-ups, and, the audience seemed to really love it when Hillary made a joke about the size of his penis. But then when he actually whipped it out, that wave of shocking disappointment just shook the crowd. And I thought that was a real low for him whenever he whipped out his penis in the middle of the debate.
Because you would expect someone with that small of hands, to be semi-proportional, but I would say is average, I guess. I don't know.
It was a little below average, Michael. I think you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, and your bias is showing.
Well, I mean, they do say the camera takes off 10 pounds, or maybe it adds 10 pounds. I don't know. But, look, hey, is that Megyn Kelly?
Megyn Kelly.
Is she walking this way?
Hey, Megyn.
Hey.
Megyn.
Did she just flip us off? I think.
Fuck you, Megyn.
Trump was right. You're a bimbo. You
dirty whore.
Oh, she didn't like that.
No, she didn't.
Nope. Okay, well, whatever. She's not even paying attention to us anymore. So.
Well, let's. I think it should be faced that their disagreements here were definitely strong, but I think Hillary kind of confirmed some of her problems by threatening Trump in the middle of the debate. It's like she forgot that she had a mic on when she was telling him that he's going to be added to her body count, and that they had some sort of agreement, I guess, early on that he was going to throw the elections for the Republican. I was blown away by that. She was just that silly.
There was an audible gasp in the room, and Alex Jones, surprising he even got an invite to the debate. He was like, I knew it. I reported it first.
I still wonder who gave him that mic. That was very peculiar that he had an actual mic. It was very interesting. I also thought it was weird that Gary did that whole thing where he streaked across stage. Like, we get it, you want to be in the debates, but I don't think that's helping.
This isn't a soccer game or anything.
Yeah, or the Libertarian Convention,
Yeah,
so,
and for being not the Libertarian Convention, but for being a Libertarian, I was surprised he actually wore the American flag like a cape. And I thought that, that might be a little status, but, I guess, he takes pride in the flag, but
Yeah.
not very libertarian, I guess, but...
Well, that's pretty much all we got time for today, guys, with the presidential debates there. And
wait, is that... Oh, there's that security guard. We got to go.
We got to go. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you.
Thanks.
Well, bye. Bye. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much.
If you really want to help out the show, we would really appreciate if you go follow us on Twitter. That is at Liberty Lampoon. I think we're at 380 right now, so, just push us over the top to 400. Also, go rate and review us on iTunes. That would be much appreciated. Right, Michael?
Yes, very much appreciated.
And like and share this on Facebook.
Get your friends to listen to us. Get your mom. Get your conservative dad.
Get your small child.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, thank you again for listening to Liberty Lampoon, coming to you from the great state of Oklahoma. Remember, till then, to be free and go vote.
Definitely don't vote. Discover your local podcast community with the Satchel Podcast Player. Satchel is the world's first podcast player that allows you to discover both locally sourced and locally focused podcasts right in your hometown. Listen local and download the player at satchelplayer.com.